In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most beneficent, may mercy, peace, and blessings of Almighty Allah be upon all of you. Welcome you all in this our lecture series program. This is lecture 16th, and we are going to talk about phonology, sounds of English. This topic is from the Contents and Introduction to Linguistics, semester 1. This topic is very important for the students of MA English, BS English, and equally crucial for the aspirants of English lecturership. So without a further go, let's talk about the topic phonology, sounds of English. Sounds of English. It is concerned with the study of sound system or sound patterns of a particular language. So when we are talking about phonology, it is actually the study of sound system or sound patterns of a particular language. It means to say it is the study of sound system or sound knowledge in a particular language. So this is all about the phonology. It is based on a theory of what every adult speaker of a language unconsciously knows about the sound patterns of that language. So when we are talking about phonology, so it is actually the unconscious knowledge in an adult's mind. Because of this theoretical status, phonology is concerned with the abstract or mental aspect of the sounds in language. So this is actually the study of abstract or mental knowledge of one's mind about the language, rather than with the actual physical articulation of a speech sounds. So when we are talking about phonology, we are talking about the knowledge of sounds. We are not actually concerned with the physical articulation of a speech sounds. So that's all about the definition, and this definition is taken from the book The Study of Language, written by George Yule in 6th edition. Again, when we are talking about phonology, sounds of English, what is sound? How and where it is produced from? How it is received by the ears? Questions like these are subject matter of phonology. So here, when we are talking about these sounds and its knowledge, its pattern, it is actually the study of phonology. Phonology is a study of vocal sounds and sound changes, phonemes, and their variants in a particular language. Variants in a particular language means allophones. It means to say phonology is actually the study of phonemes and allophones. Again, phonology gives us insight into how the human mind works. When we are talking about phonology, we are talking about when someone is pronouncing the words, how human mind works at the moment. Again, phonologist, a person who specializes in phonology, the functional use of sounds in language, is called phonologist. One who practices about the phonology, that is all about. Again, here we are going to talk about some areas of phonology, or we could say branches of phonology. So what are the areas of branches of phonology? Number one is segmental phonology. Within this word segmental, we come to the term segment is the smallest unit in language, such as phoneme. So the smallest unit in language we are talking about, that is segment. And number one area of phonology, that is segmental phonology, and it deals with the study of sounds, phonemes and allophones, and sound patterns like syllable. So when we are talking about the segmental phonology, we are talking about the study of phoneme, allophone, and syllable in a language, or we could say in a particular language. And number two, our second branch of phonology, that is suprasegmental phonology. It is a study above the level of segments, as use of intonation, stress, assimilation, etc. So this is all about the suprasegmental phonology when we are talking about the study of sounds above the level of segments. So this is all about the branches of linguistics. Again, here we are going to talk about phoneme. When we were talking about the branches of linguistics, so segmental study, when we are talking about phonemes. It is the smallest unit of sound in a language, which can distinguish two words. Like, for example, number A. In English, the word pen and ben differ only in their initial sounds p and ba. So p and ba are two phonemes in these two words which make a difference in these two words. So again, when we are talking about phoneme, ban and bin differ only in their vowels, like a and a. So these two vowels make the difference in these two words, like ban and bin. These are two phonemes. Again, number C, when we are talking about S in zip and Z in zip are two different phonemes. Just because of these two sounds, S and Z, so these two sounds are actually phonemes in these two words. English is often considered to have 44 phonemes. However, there are 26 letters in English language, 24 consonants, and 20 vowels. So these phonemes consist upon 24 consonants and 20 vowels. Vowels, sounds in which the air stream from the lungs is not blocked. So vowels are such sounds, while pronouncing them, the air stream does not block, like you see clearly in this picture. And number B, consonants, sounds in which air stream from the lungs is either completely or partially blocked. Again, you could see in this picture that how the sounds coming from air stream and they are partially blocked or totally blocked. Allophone is phonetic variation of phoneme. So the variation of phoneme is called allophone. Let's look at another example. Think of the consonant T and the sound it makes in the word stop. Now compare it with the pronunciation of T and the word top. In the latter word, most native speakers use the aspirated form of T. So you see these are two words but having T the same phoneme in them. You see, this is the same phoneme, but these are having different ways to pronounce. So this variation in sound is called allophone. However, substituting one allophone from another allophone of the same phoneme doesn't lead to a different word. It only creates a different pronunciation of the same word. Syllable. A unit of a word may be divided or containing a vowel sound with or without consonant sound is called syllable. For example, you see these are some of the examples like I. I is having one syllable. You see its definition: syllable containing a vowel sound with or without consonant sound. So this I is without any consonant sound. It is only a vowel sound. So at least syllable is having a vowel sound in it. Here is another example. Introduction. It is having three syllables. Introduction. When we are talking about introductions, so it would have been four syllables as introductions. So you see, this is all about the study of syllable in English, or we are talking about the study of phonology. So this is part of that area. Thanks for attention. Thank you very much. This would have been a very informative lecture for all of you. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.